Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're all doing good, hope you're all well guys. Right, when this video is going out, it's either going to be a Friday or Saturday. Now guys, I've got some new information of an upcoming build, what I'm bringing to the channel. Now, regulars to my channel, you will know that this was in the pipeline for a while, and I was wondering whether to do it or not to do it. And I don't know if you can just see over my shoulder there, the eagle eyes of you guys, you might have an idea what this is going to be. I thought hard about this guys, and over thought it, and I've decided that the next model I'm bringing to the channel is going to be this baby, Star Wars Millennium Falcon. As you can see guys, I'm really excited about this. What I've thought is, I'm still going to keep the Ferrari F40, which you can just see above my shoulder. I'm keeping that on the channel, but as you know, again, for the regulars to the channel, and if you're newcomers to the channel, I'm going to just let you know now what's going on with that. If you really want to go into depth and see what's going on, take a look at the playlist for the Ferrari 40 guys, and you'll find out what I'm briefly going on about now. Basically, the subscription stopped for the Ferrari 40, so what I'm having to do now is just buy random issues off auction sites like eBay or wherever I can get hold of the Ferrari 40 issues, which is random because I can only get what I can get. And as you may well know, for the last couple of weeks there's not been any Ferrari build on the channel because it's really hard to get hold of these issues guys, because the subscription stopped. They are like rocking horse, not going to say the rest, but you know what I'm going to say. So they're really hard to get hold of guys, and what you can get hold of, for example, there was an issue what I seen on eBay the other day. They're wanting £110 for one issue. Now, as you can see by the side of my breath there, it's really tough to justify paying £110 thereabouts for one issue when there was £8.99 with the subscription. So what I'm trying to do is just find good deals and get copies of the Ferrari F40 issues when I can. The cheapest I've found between 14 and 20 quid, which is still steep, but I think that's the only price I'm going to be having to pay for each issue. But as you can understand guys, that's a lot of money, and I can't do that constantly weekly. So what I'm going to do, keep the F40 on the channel, but it's just going to be random when you see the build being done, and then hopefully one day that F40 build will be done. But I'm not going to gabble on anymore. New build to the channel guys, the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. Now this is 100 issues. What it is, as you know, again, look at the vlogs guys if you want to look into what I'm saying now, you want more depth into what I'm saying. Story short, the subscription stopped for this. Now I don't become someone on YouTube on the channel where I just do part builds and then I stop. But story short guys, I've only got 23 issues in the bank, if you want to call it that, basically in storage. But I did about 9 or 10 issues of it a few years back, and then I stopped building it. But I just feel this is just a waste of 23 issues guys, not to bring to the channel and show you how much of a good build this is. And I've just looked on the auction sites, which I've just mentioned. You can get hold of these copies guys, these issues, pretty well compared to the F40. So yes, I keep saying stories, but what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to put effort in getting these issues for this Millennium Falcon, and hopefully you won't see any difference, because we're starting a fresh build today. I'll probably put it out on Fridays, and then when I get an issue for the F40, I will replace it with F40 and so on. We'll just jiggle things about guys, you know how it works. I'll just put up what I can put up on the channel as soon as I get the issues. But like I say, I've got 23 issues of this. First 9, I think, what I'm going to try and do is de-build them off camera and then try and build them weekly for you, so it's just not a recap. But some of these issues I had a few years back, they've been glued in. You have glue parts in, I can't take apart, but I'll come to that when I come to it. So please bear with me guys and understand that. But as soon as I've got up to my 9 issues I've already built, then there'll be fresh issues built of this every week. But please guys, don't get off my channel just because you think it's going to be a recap. It's not just going to be a recap. I'm going to do my best, even if I do a bit of a part build every week of what I've already done, so it's not boring for you guys, because I don't want to do another recap. Star Wars X-Wing is recapping, and I don't want any more recaps on my channel. I don't want to be a channel that just does recaps. But yeah, it's here. Love it. The Millennium Falcon. There's issue 1. So what I'm going to do, stop gabbling, we're going to have a look through the beginning basically. It's like the series guide of what's to come in this build. And then fingers crossed, I'm going to be able to get an issue. So it's going to come regularly to the channel, and you won't even tell that I've only got 223 and the subscription stopped. Before we start though guys, you know what to do. If you're not subscribed, please smash that subscribe button. Give it a big like, would really appreciate it. So without further ado guys, let's crack on with this new build to the channel. The Star Wars build, the Millennium Falcon, 100 issues. Okay then guys, so let's jump straight into this new build. I'm really excited about bringing this Star Wars build, the Millennium Falcon, to the channel guys. Like I said in the intro, there's 100 issues of this. In the bank I've got 23 issues, by that I mean stored. So we've definitely got 23 issues of this. That's going to take us into 23 weeks of this build guys. So excited about doing this. I love Star Wars, I love the movies. And hopefully guys, you're not going to see any difference in the subscription stopped, if that makes sense. I'm going to keep bringing it to the channel, hopefully as long as I can get it off auction sites. I'm going to try and buy one weekly and bring this content to you guys. Please subscribe, that and big like as well guys, please. It helps support the channel, and hopefully one day it will help me fund to buy these magazines for you and bring content like this to the channel. Right, this is the series guide anyway to the Millennium Falcon. Right here, you've got build the Falcon and discover its secrets. Let's just move this all pot out of the way. So inside every issue of the build, the Millennium Falcon, I'll get Starship fact file. This is what I'll see in the mag when I show you the mag every week, guys. Guide to the Galaxy, Secrets of Space Flight, and Build the Falcon, which is the instructions. Now at the end of this build, guys, you've got an opportunity, or I've got an opportunity to paint it and make it look like it's been in battle. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'll come to that when I come to it, whether I'll just leave it plain and neutral, or that might be some more content for you guys and go through it while I'm painting and look like that weathered look, if that makes sense. Right, now this is going to be fun opening this up because it's pretty big. But there you can see, so bear with me, my chair's creaking if I move forward. That is the enormous, don't know if that's a word, the scale of it. It is huge guys, massive. Basically it's 1.43 scale. Just move this up and look at the stats. 1.43 scale. The length is 808 millimeters. The width is going to be 596 millimeters. Height 192 millimeters. The weight is approximately 11 kilograms in weight, guys. Per required will be 6 AA batteries and an eternal 9-volt adapter, which you have to buy separately. But if you just look at some of these details, guys, what's going to be involved in this build, just at the bottom left there, that's the interior details. I mean, look at the details they've gone to town on there, guys. You've got the little chess table, what's famous in the movie, and over in the middle, there it is again. That's the detail to the cockpit, guys, the cockpit internals, where you see Chewie and Princess Leia and Solo flying the Millennium Falcon. I'm really excited, guys, about this build. I really am excited. Please subscribe if you want to keep watching me build this build. And there's the cockpit, it lights up. Brilliant. Now what I'm going to do, if I try and fold this for you, there we go. So you can see the top part. The thrusters there, working light effects. They're going to light up. And then you've got the guns here. See, I'll show you in a minute when we build the first part in issue 1. They don't look like that. They're just metal. Now you'd have to get the paint and make it weathered look as if it's been in battle, which again, I'm not sure if we're going to do that yet. We'll come to that if it's finally fully built and see how I feel positive about doing that. I've never painted anything like that in my life, never painted models. But again, we'll see how it goes, guys. You've got the drawbridge thing here. That drops down, moving parts, and by the looks of it, these guns, they also move. And back in the day when you subscribed, you get a wall mount to put on the wall, which I think hopefully once this studio's done, I want to get done. I won't put it on the wall, I'm going to just hang it from the ceiling. Right, so let's just turn this over. Bear with me, guys. Right, we've looked at that side, but that's how it's going to look, guys. So excited. Right, so what we're going to get in issue 2, we're going straight to issue 2 and 3, but I'll go to 1 in a minute and we'll go through issue 1 and exactly what we've got. All this about Don't Miss from the News Age, so I'm not going to bother obviously going through that, guys, because you can't even buy it anymore on subscription. I'm hoping one day it will be re-released on a subscription. If any of you guys know where you can get it on subscription, comment down below, guys, but I can't find it anywhere. Anyway, issue 2, we're going to get more outer hull parts, hull frame members, and the D-Jarrick hologame table, which is what I was on about just, where they play chess, etc. You do get a screwdriver. I did get a screwdriver. I've got to find that out. I'm not sure where it is. Issue 3 will be more hull plating, control levers, control yokes, cockpit seats, and cockpit bulkhead door. Right, so that's the information and the series guide to this build. Now let's jump straight into this week's mag before we get the parts. I think you can hear in my voice, guys, how excited I am about this build. Love Star Wars. I want to make it a bit more better, not better, but a bit more interesting for you guys than just doing a recap. So what I'm going to do, what I've already built, I'm going to try and debuild that off camera and bring it to you every week, so I can keep your attention. You can be as excited as I am of doing this build. So yeah, this is issue 1. Guys, you can imagine you've got wicked content here and here in these mags, all about Star Wars and everything you'd want to know about Star Wars, about the characters, the planes and the battles, guns and how it all worked. All that is in these mags, guys. Very interesting facts like stats as well about all the different worlds in the films. But then we jump straight up to our first parts we've got in this issue, guys. Right, in this issue, issue 1, we've got the interior elements, outer hull plating, and plus the framework. See, all this is done. So what I'm going to do, guys, before I post a video of this, I'm going to take all these apart, what I've already built, and I'm going to rebuild it for you guys. I'm not going to just do a recap. The only time I have to do a recap is, for an example, these little parts here was glued in, so I can't take them out, and I won't want to take them out, and things like this. The cockpit bulkhead, that's like an adhesive sticker. It's already stuck, guys, so I can't take that off, but I'm sure you'll bear with me with that, as long as I can try and build you other parts on this build. Also in issue 1, metal detailing, which is the centre gun, which I'll bring over in a sec, and we'll look through that as I build it for you. Quad laser cannon, that's the word I was looking for. So yeah, basically today, guys, what we're doing, I can briefly show you that, how it looks now, because that's already been stuck together, and we'll put this quad laser cannon together also. Right, so first of all, guys, I'll show you the assembling cockpit bulkhead. Now just bear with me about this, guys. I know that's a bit annoying when you're seeing the build already done, but that is what we would have done, what I would have done in issue 1. As you can see, the cockpit bulkhead is all that. Basically all you would have had in this issue is just that back piece there. So there'd be none of these chairs. It'd just been that piece, which is basically it'd have been this. All you would have had in issue 1, or all I did have in issue 1, is 1, 2 and 3, which is that's plastic, and that's the sticker. So if you can see this bit here, I had that bit in issue 1, and then there's like a disc behind there, and then that was stuck on to the back, and that would have been done for issue 1. And then the next part, what we were doing, what I did, I keep saying we, because I treat you as my family, guys. You're part of it now. You're part of this channel with me. So just bear with me if I keep saying we, or what we were doing. I'm just double checking here. This says, yeah, that's not till issue 2. So that little part there, this shows the area of the whole structure which you will start to build in issue 2. But we had it in issue 1, if I remember right. Or I had it in issue 1. I'm going to just say we, guys. If I say we, just bear with me. Now we're going to build a laser cannon. Okay then, guys. So to the right of the screen, you can see the parts we've got here for the laser cannon. Instruction 1, following the checklist on page 10, which is this one. This is basically just telling you what parts you've got and making sure you've got the parts. It says take 2 halves of the metal laser cannon and 3 parts of its mount, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, plus the screws provided, which we've got here. And I'm just looking, there's just 3 screws there, but it's saying you need 4. But there's only 3 there. We'll go with it, Right, number 2. What it's saying do then, holding the mounting yoke as shown, carefully fit the left mounting plate over the gun pivot. So I want to take this, guys. This is metal, by the way. And then take this yoke, mounting yoke, again metal. You've got a little lip there. What we want to do is push that like so. It looks like that. And then you want to do the same again with the other yoke, but that's got to be looking that way around. Again, this is all metal, guys. So we put that in like that. And basically that's what we've got so far. That's how it looks, part of the laser cannon. That is instruction 1 and 2. 1, 2 and 3 should I say. 1 was to see if you got the parts, 2 and 3 was putting the 2 yokes on. Then instruction 4, carefully holding the parts together, take the lower laser cannon barrel, and now what we need is the lower cannon. Right, let's just read that again. With the pivots in the groove between the screw holes and the 2 locating tabs in the recess beside the 2 rearmost holes. Right, so we want, basically it's the one with the holes in, guys. That one's got the holes in where the screws will go, and that's where the threads are. So we want this part. And what we've got to do is put that like so. Fiddly, but all good. Okay, so that's how that looks. And guys, this build is very fiddly. From just doing 9 issues, it is fiddly. So basically, you just put that part in instruction 5, take the upper laser cannon barrel, which is there, and the barrels will be on in a sec, guys. I've just taken them off, so it's easier for me to show you what I'm doing. The barrels will go in there. So basically, I've put that on top of there like that. And then it's saying, over the mounting yoke, lining the pivots in the mounting yoke with the groove under the barrel assembly. So we're on instruction 6, which is here. Yeah, now it's just basically telling us to put the screws in. If I just pull that around there like so. Do you know what? I never even realised until I'm doing it again now why there is only 3 screws, but in the instruction it's saying 4, and there is only 3 holes, so I don't think there's anything wrong. So I'll just screw those in. guys, I'm really excited about doing this build for you. As you know, if you've looked at my vlogs over the last year, I did say I had this in storage and I was umming and ahhing whether to bring it to the channel. And you know what, I thought life's too short, I'm just going to go for it. It's on the channel now, guys. The Star Wars Millennium Falcon is on my channel. Right, so we'll just do these screws nice and tight. See, I was going to leave it until the new year, but as I'm not giving much content on my motorbike, the Z900, I'm going to stick to what I said and bring this to the channel while the winter months are here. Because over in the UK, guys, it's really cold, horrible and dull. So you need something to brighten your day up, and I want to brighten your day up as well, guys. So yeah, those are nice and tight. So it's on the channel, as I said. There you go. That's how that looks. Nice and flush. And now what we've got to do is put the cannons in. They just slot in. Now when I did this build originally, something got to me about these cannons. They don't stop in, they keep dropping out. Now whether they're supposed to, so you can keep taking them out, I'm not sure. But you can see they don't stay in, and I can't understand why, because doing those screws and not make them stop in, I mean, if you tip it up like that, they're going to fall out, but whether they're meant to look like that so it's more realistic, I'm not sure. But instruction 8 and 9, insert one of the fixing screws into the hole, use screwdriver and tighten it enough to keep the parts together, but do not tighten fully yet. Repeat the process, leave little slack in all three so the mounting yoke is free to pivot. You will tighten this up later. Well, I've tightened them up. See, they keep dropping out. I've really tightened those up, to be fair, but they've still gone in and it still pivots. But yeah, that is the quad laser assembly. Looks cool, guys. What do you think? I'll put that there, and it's got your authentic details, some instruction details about how its authenticity of this part was built. And instruction 10, that completes the assembly of the quad laser cannon for the present. The end result should look like this, which it does. There you go. And then store that until we're ready to fit it to the Millennium Falcon. Now I think, guys, for this first issue, yep, we're all done. And that is it for this week's issue of the Millennium Falcon. Guys, I do hope you're going to enjoy this build, this Star Wars Millennium Falcon, 100 issues. Now brought it to the channel. I hope you enjoy it as much as I'm going to enjoy building it, guys. Please, if you want to see more, subscribe, give it a big like, help me support me on this journey, guys. 1, to be getting monetized, and 2, so I can bring you more content like this. Not making excuses, but these things aren't cheap, and these are going to cost me about 20 quid an issue now. That's not an issue, obviously. You can see what I did there. But I still want to bring it to the channel, guys. But if you could give us a subscribe and a big like, it helps grow the channel and helps me bring more things like this to the channel to entertain you guys. And plus, I enjoy building them. So yeah, guys, if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button. Give us a big like. But for now, for the Star Wars Millennium Falcon issue 1, that is it for this week, guys. There'll be more next week. It's either going to be on a Friday or thereabouts that time of the week, depending if I can get hold of a Ferrari F40 build for you guys. If not, it's probably going to be every Friday for now, and then I'll randomly bring an F40 issue build onto the channel whenever I can get hold of one. But for now, guys, that is it. Hope you enjoyed. See ya. Peace.